The holidays are all about sharing with family. Meals, couches, stories, grandma's secret pecan pie recipe. And now you can also share a cart with Instacart's family carts. Everyone can add what they want to one group cart from wherever they are. So you don't have to go from room to room to find out who wants cranberry sauce, or whether you should get mini marshmallows for the yams, or collecting votes for sugar cookies versus shortbread. Just share a cart. And then share the meals and the moments. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Hey everybody, it's me, Paul Scheer from The League and Veep. I host a podcast called How Did This Get Made with June Diane Raphael and Jason Mantzoukas, where every episode we break down the best of the worst movies ever made. This week we are talking about the 1982 cult classic monster movie, Q, the Winged Serpent. Oh my God, where to begin? First of all, this monster only eats heads. And let me tell you, the climax is a bunch of guys firing a machine gun at a big dinosaur egg. Anyway, tune in to How Did This Get Made, the podcast that makes bad movies better, to hear all about Q, the Winged Serpent.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them. We'll read them. Then we'll give you answers. You know it. I've got it. I've got the answer. The answer. You ask me. I'll tell you anything. Gobble, gobble. Gibble, gabble. Dingle, dangle. Gobble, gobble. All right. It's the day before Thanksgiving, right? Where are we finding you? In your turkey bunkers? What are they called? Blinds? You go turkey hunting?
Blinds, yeah.
In a blind, in a turkey blind? Shooting these dumb animals, eating them like they're good. My father doesn't eat turkey. He's like, every year, I make a Cornish game hen. He doesn't like, my father's Peter Griffith. Doesn't like turkey. And honestly, other than deli meat, it's not something that we eat a ton of in this country otherwise. Like a turkey's like a bird that you present because the British do goose and we're like, we got a better idea. We'll do an indigenous bird. Chompipe. But you don't really, other than like, we talked about this on another episode, like a carving board Thanksgiving sandwich, you don't really get turkey. And they try it like the day after. It's like, like at-home chefs, quick tips for leftovers, like turkey quesadilla. Yeah, it's probably fine. Turkey pizza.
It is always a quesadilla, isn't it?
It's just, or turkey something, and it's like, yeah, you could probably eat it and not realize it wasn't chicken, but whatever. Maybe that's a solution to helping our ecosystem, is eating more of these birds. I wonder, did the president pardon a turkey this year? I feel like Donald Trump would be like, I ate him on accident. I ate giblet and neck swinger. No, she must hate the president. I feel like he's not the president he'd be like, it depends on how racist the crime was if I'm gonna pardon the bird. You guys, it's the day before Thanksgiving. We might cut that out in case it's like big news about a turkey, like he accidentally fucked a turkey or something. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and we're with you. We're with you. A lot of you, including myself, you couldn't have the family that you normally have for Thanksgiving. We made a game time decision with my family that they would not be traveling here. And the numbers kept mounting, and we had my parents coming from Florida, my aunt and uncle coming from New York, and we were like, we can't be part of the problem. Even if we don't have COVID, God forbid, we transfer it. So I'll be eating with my husband and his local LA family. And we've all got COVID tests, just like the pilgrims. Somebody had a tweet about like not spreading disease, just like,
Yeah.
You remember it?
I don't remember the exact. I just remember it was not the spreading disease. It's very American.
But let's focus on. Well, to be fair, they were not American. Christopher Columbus was Spanish.
Yeah,
that's not who had Thanksgiving.
No,
but the Pilgrims were British. They came over. I'm just saying.
But they came over and they were like, "We're America now, and this is our turkey."
Amerigo Vespucci. Okay. Tianfu's losing it in the background. Thanks for that history lesson. Look, we're with you. A lot of you are with your families for Thanksgiving and you want to blow your brains out, but you got to chill.
Let her have a nice time. It's a holiday.
She got to hold that purple kangaroo and she's just losing it. Thanksgiving's stressful for people. It's stressful, you know what? It's stressful because it's this like precursor to Christmas. Joke's on all of us. We won't have the same types of stresses this year, but we're still here to answer your holiday questions because some of you are still stuck with your families and you're upset and it's turkey time. Gobble, gobble.
Oh. Okay, Lil Files says, most important question. Any holiday nail polish color suggestions? Second question.
This depends on your family and where they live.
Any ideas of things to do over Zoom with family? Our last family Zoom party, everyone just ended up staring at each other.
Well,
you have to have like a game. You have to have like a Jackbox party pack or something. You have to have an activity.
Gotta have an activity. First of all, there is only one suggestion for Thanksgiving nail colors, and that is you hold out your hand like a turkey drawing, and each finger gets painted a different turkey feather color, right? So you got your orange, you got your red, you got your white, and you got 2 shades of brown. Or you have an exceptional manicurist paint you turkey feathers on each hand, and then your thumb is the beak and the eyes. And then you hold it out like a turkey. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Tianfu.
Or you do like
You gotta chill.
brown and orange and yellow, but you don't have any brown nail polish.
You gotta look at the skin tone.
Yeah.
Like on Emily, it'll look like a cadaver. Are you a tan person? It might look really nice. Typically, you don't want brown nail polish.
No.
If you have white skin,
No.
it's a vibe. It's a very Kylie Jenner vibe. If you have really white skin, it's going to look like something happened.
Yeah.
If you're black, I can't tell you what to do.
That would look good.
It would look good. I've seen a lot of black women have like a deep brown, and that looks really nice. There's some nail polish colors that kind of never look great. Like baby blue is only if you're taking like a tropical vacation. You know, most nail polish color is tacky. That's why I usually just get like ballet flat. Anyway, the point is turkey hand is the only acceptable thing this Thanksgiving season. What was the other question? A game? I don't know. A family Zoom seems very forced, but you should definitely do it with drinking and maybe some sort of digital game.
You got to have something. I'll share what you're thankful for on the Zoom. You got to have a structure.
Do 2 truths and a lie. Thanksgiving edition.
Do marry F kill Thanksgiving edition.
Yeah, all right. I'd fuck my dad.
No.
I'd marry my mom.
Not about your
I'd
family.
Yeah, marry, fuck, kill your family and just see how uncomfortable it gets. Kick it. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I know being thankful is on everyone's minds, and with thankfulness comes gratitude, a concept that honestly really bothers me. I'm tired of thanking everyone else. You know who deserves a thank you? Me. You deserve a thank you. When's the last time you thanked yourself? Sometimes it's hard to remind ourselves that we are doing the absolute best we can. So here I am reminding you to send some thanks to the people in your life, but mostly send some thanks to yourself. And a great way to do that is with therapy. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and it's suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time, no additional charge. You don't have to travel anywhere. They take the hassle out of finding that perfect therapist. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Eliza today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Eliza. Fall has fallen. Winter is on its way. The days are shorter. But just because, they feel shorter. And just because the days feel shorter doesn't mean your to-do list gets any shorter. You still have to power through your busy days. And a great way to do that is with nutritious food from Factor's no prep, no mess meals. At the end of a short day in the fall or the winter, the last thing you want to do is have to cook. Factor has got you covered from breakfast, snacks, dinner, anything in between. Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled, like their chicken Florentine with spinach and garlic chili cauliflower. You bet. That's what I want to make myself at the end of a day where I am exhausted and my husband isn't home. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add on, like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. And because Factor meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to love not only Factor's meals taste, but also how they support your goals, even if your goal was just making yourself dinner. Head to factormeals.com/Eliza50 and use code Eliza50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code Eliza50 at factormeals.com/Eliza50 to get 50% off your first box, plus
20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
The holidays are here. And for a lot of us, the holidays mean decorating, hosting, celebrating. For me, it means a lot of traveling. And nothing feels better year-round, but especially during the cozy holidays, than a restful night's sleep in soft, luxurious sheets. Boll & Branch's signature sheets are made with the finest 100% organic cotton, and they get softer with every single wash. You already know that I got Boll & Branch this summer when I needed breathable sheets to sleep in, but this holiday season, I'm actually gifting some of my friends and family Boll & Branch's Ultimate Softness Bundle. I get to choose a signature hem sheet set in any color, a signature hem pillow set, and a waffle bed blanket. And they're all getting juniper because I think it's a classy color. This way, you know you have something nice to sleep on when you visit. It's the perfect gift for you and them. Gift you and your loved ones a better night's sleep with Boll & Branch. And right now is their best offer of the entire year. For 25% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets, head to bollandbranch.com/Iliza. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Iliza for 25% off. Limited time only. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Okay, Jen Teacher 611. My dad, who raised me by himself in the 70s, passed away 2 months ago. His partner of over 20 years has decided she is going to have Thanksgiving at their house and invite a couple who usually spends holidays with us. The wife of the couple is extremely conservative, and it's her way or no way. I'm more middle of the road kind of gal and can usually keep the peace and not lose it. However, I feel that I'm on the emotional edge as it is. I miss my dad terribly. This will be my first holiday without him. I know he would want us all to get together and enjoy the holiday, but how do I do this and not lose my shit over political discussions that are sure to happen? If it were my house, I would insist on no politics for the holiday, but it's not my house. I honestly would just rather opt out of the holiday altogether this year, but I know they have to happen. What would you guys do? I thought maybe I could just tune out during dinner and sing Populate the Room in my head, but not sure that would work entirely. Thanks.
First of all, don't be so sure your dad wanted a peaceful Thanksgiving. He left this world. He's like, oh, Jen Teacher 611 is going to set it on fire with my wife, Janet, and that bitch, Claudia, from across the street. And also your dad sounds like Emily. Look, I think you probably are looking at that lady with like a super harsh lens and you're super raw and sensitive right now. You are allowed to be like, let's just not, if she brings it up, be like, I don't want to talk about politics. You know? And by the way, fucking get some batting practice in. If she's pissing you off, take it out on that lady, especially if she's empirically wrong. Like if it's something like about like taxes, like that's super subjective. But if it's something like, I don't believe gay people should be married, then swing at her. And I vote take out some of that aggression. You know, it'll feel great and she'll get what's coming to her. But yeah, you're well within your rights to be like, I don't want to talk about politics. She'll probably be more sympathetic than you realize. Your dad just passed away. And I think maybe acknowledging him at the beginning of dinner, like some religious grace or not religious grace, whatever you want to do. I think people are going to be very cognizant of what you're going through. I doubt she's as horrific under this lens.
Yeah, and
if she is, fucking swing on that hoe.
It's really nice that you're going to be with your dad's partner. I think that's, you know.
Also, stop saying partner because I totally thought your dad married a dude. It's just, you know, girlfriend, partner, whatever. The answer is do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, I'm so sorry about your dad. That's horrible. But I think it'll be nice for you to be around your step partner. You know, and maybe your other relatives. Don't let one woman ruin it. It's not about them. It's about you and your family and feeling close to your dad.
Yeah.
Don't give her the power.
At least this year, it's like the holidays are going to be, everybody's going to be so upset. Everybody's going to be having such a bad time. So everybody's kind of in the same boat. Everybody else isn't like, yay, fun. Everybody's going to be like, oh, COVID. So we're all upset along with you.
This is why you're not the host. Because of things like, yay, fun. Anyways, that's the answer. Screw that lady. You do what you need. But please let us know how you...
If she's bad.
Dominate. Domination. Same-sex marriage. Domination.
Jill Mazingo. Do you enjoy Thanksgiving? I'm not a person who enjoys the overindulging just because it's a holiday.
little gross.
I'd rather do that for fun on a Wednesday night with my husband. I'm not a big holiday person overall, so maybe that's why. But I do love food, and I love new food ideas. What's something you and your family enjoy having on Thanksgiving that not everyone does? My mom and I always enjoy making homemade Chex Mix, even though we live 2,500 miles apart. Much love, and thanks for all the laughs.
Even though, like, it's amazing we could both find Chex Mix in America, and somehow we set our ideas aside, our differences, and we're able to combine this corn cereal with allspice.
Do you have any weird foods, uncommon foods?
Well, it's not so much weird as we always have Thanksgiving with the same half of my mom's family. It's my mom's sister and my uncle and my cousins. It's very small. My uncle is kosher. So we always have a kosher Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Is it as delicious as a full butter Thanksgiving? No. And that goes for vegan or vegetarian or any sort of restriction on the part that makes it tasty. It's still always delicious. And quite frankly, if you said it was kosher, just meaning he doesn't mix milk and meat. So none of the things contain dairy. You can still eat delicious things without it.
Okay.
But one year I had regular Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh no, so that's what a turkey tastes like with butter. And then when we do it at my house, we try to make him like a little extra just for him because he doesn't eat that much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That way everyone else can have full butter. So that's a thing, our kosher Thanksgiving. But what was the question?
It was about like, are there any non-traditional foods that you have?
It's actually, oh God. Go ahead.
My grandma used to make this
pudding
spinach
pop.
artichoke dish
Pretty traditional.
that was really good, but then she was like, I don't want to make it anymore. And then she never told us how to make it. And now I don't know how to make it. And what if I never have it again?
Oh, there's this website. Just type in your phone, www.google.com /
But she had a recipe that she used of some sort,
No.
not from Google.
Here, and no matter what it is, it'll never taste as good. Nothing ever tastes as good. I remember my Nana used to make these cookies that basically were just like vanilla, just cookies with cinnamon on them. They weren't sweet, or they were just whatever. And I had them again, and I was like, why did I like this? It's because she made it. That's
Do you
why.
remember that episode of Friends where Phoebe is trying to find her mom's special recipe and she won't tell anyone, and she's like trying to figure it out, and she's like, oh, I finally found it. It's Nisseli Tool Hoos. And they're like, what? That's just on the box.
I like it better when Rachel's like, ladyfingers sauteed with beef and peas. The pages are stuck together. And then my other tasty thing goes into my top of the cob, so we'll have to talk about that later.
Okay, you
but
share that.
okay, I also agree with you. It
Save
is a very American holiday in that it is all about indulging, and you kind of are sitting there. You're like, why do I have to eat so much? I think I was on a keto diet one year for Thanksgiving, but I let myself have a little bit of cake. Yeah, it is a little gross, and you really like just this idea that you're supposed to be so full, and then what happens is you're stuffed at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And my brother and cousin would always go, and they'd go like smoke pot and like go out drinking, which I did like when I was like 24. And then I was like, I can't do that anymore. And they would like go into the city. They live in New York. And they would just like have a night out. I'm like, I'm so full. How are you guys still raging? And they'd always go to this place called Hubba's, which is in Westchester, New York. And it's like a train car, and it's like a greasy spoon diner. And they would go eat there and like eat chili dogs and hamburgers. And I just in my cousin's bunk bed, just like, I hope they're okay. So just the idea of eating more later, if it's not leftovers, you can eat. Anything else foreign is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Jojo G. Growing up, we celebrate Thanksgiving with just the immediate family. Most years, it was just myself, my parents, and brother. My parents' friends would sometimes come over for dessert and coffee. Because of this, we would wear sweats / comfy clothes. Now I go to my in-laws and still try to be comfy. It's usually leggings and an oversized sweater. Anything wrong with that? I never understood how people get all super dressed up to stuff their face. I appreciate that my in-laws and husband don't get super dressed up either. It's usually jeans and a nice top for them. So this person goes and everybody else is wearing jeans and a nice top, and they're wearing leggings and a sweater.
I think it's more you make the effort to be presentable. Like leggings and a sweater, like you should, honestly, America, you shouldn't be eating so much that your pants are uncomfortable. Like you just shouldn't. I think you dress for the occasion. And if everybody else is showing that decorum, then I think you should rise to meet that.
Can you put a nice top, but also bring a sweater? And then if everybody else is.
Yeah, do whatever. Nobody cares. But also like, I don't know. I know my mom always likes me to look nice because I'm her daughter and she wants me to look like how nice my daughter is. And you show up with just like highlighter colored hair and chip nail polish. And like, oh, punk rock. It's just, I just dress for the house that you're going to. That being said, when it's at my house, I'm like, am I too casual? I think especially with COVID, like I was already a very casual person. And even now I'm just like, why? I don't even miss dressing up. I'm like, who cares? So you don't want to be a slob.
Yeah.
I would match the way that they're dressing. Unless it's like part of your look and like that's your brand. But I'm guessing you don't have a brand.
Yeah.
My brand is extra cozy all the time. Even on stage, I keep it cozy. Super tight pants.
But it's like, it's not sloppy. Like you have like a curated look.
It's a look. Yeah. I think leggings and an oversized sweatshirt is a little like I gave up. I don't care. You never want the people hosting you to feel like you like showed up and they're lucky. You honor the person who prepared all this, spent all that money, all that time by looking decent because you're going to someone else's house. So I would opt out of the sweatshirt and leggings and try to control yourself so that you don't need an expandable waistline.
Yeah.
That being
That
said,
doesn't sound fun.
well, get some loose jeans. It's gross. It's gross to be like, you guys are lucky I'm here. I'm going home with your son now. Bye.
I bought new jeans, a few pairs of new jeans, but I bought them all like just the same pair multiple times.
Are you sure a personalized stylist didn't set you up on Stitch Fix?
Well, I chose
Jeans in your fix?
I got jeans that have like, I didn't realize they have like fake holes in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
But since I bought a few of the same jeans, I have like now a few pairs of jeans that all have the exact same fake holes.
You didn't
which is
realize you
so-
thought it was an optical illusion?
I just was like, oh yeah, I didn't think about the fact that it's like now they all have identical
In the
holes,
same place.
which makes it so clear that they're not real holes.
Can I say, you can't wear jeans with holes. You
Well,
can't.
they're not like holes. They're like
Oh, distressed. It's called distressed.
distressed.
Let me see
But
your
they're
jeans.
distressed in the same
Because
spot.
Emily's been wearing the same pair of like dark denim, like
No, I have a
bootcut
few
jeans.
of those. I buy a few of the same jeans, but all
You
of
buy
them,
jeans that come with the belt.
No,
You're a
but
belt
all
comer
of
with
them,
her.
all of the dark jeans I was wearing, I've been
Are out
cycling
of style?
through. No, had big holes in the crotch.
Oh, I have a horrible, like professional photograph that was taken of me. I had a pair of pants. It used to be the style to wear like really low rise jeans, like, and I have hip bones that you can see. And so I was wearing below my hip bones and they had a big hole in the crotch. And it has nothing to do with anything other than like wear and tear.
Yeah.
And sulfuric fumes coming through there. And in the shot, I'm like, what's the big deal? This is just like a 20-something being like, what's the big deal? And I put my leg up on a car and there's just a hole in my crotch. And at the time, not realizing like just how trashy it looks.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck, I hate that picture. I hate
Yeah.
the idiot photographer that was like, that's a good look. Male photographers are always trying to like get your nipple out or something gross. And I had no one there. Where was my manager? Where was anyone being like, maybe not the best idea?
I will say when I took photos at the comedy club I worked at, I was trying to be very careful in what I posted because I was like, I don't want to post something. I tried to take a lot of care and not just be like, whatever. And so with people, they'd be like, post faster. And I'm like, no, 10 of the photos of this person
move
look
on.
bad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's never, the Laugh Factory was always big on, we'll just put it up anyway.
Not me. Not
Can't
when I
get-
was there. Hi, Liza and Emily and Scott too.
It fell.
My mother-in-law is a she-dragon who loves to hold it above my head that she is wealthy and I am not.
Okay.
She makes passive-aggressive comments.
I make $40,000 a year, tax-free.
Always talks about that would be good. Always talks about the trips that she took her daughter on out of the country when she was younger and laments on the things I can't give her.
You can't give the step,
Can't give
the
the
mom?
mother. Yeah. Oh, this is the husband. This must be.
Is a
this
boy
the-
talking? We
I
got a
don't know.
boy?
Wait, is this a girl?
got a
or
live
boy?
one. Gender doesn't matter, Emily.
Yeah, I
What's
don't.
your problem?
Okay.
Okay,
So
start over.
this person,
You're supposed to, you work
the
here.
wife. What I'm saying, the mother-in-law took the daughter on trips. Now the daughter is married to this person who can't take her on trips.
Who's writing to us?
Who's writing us?
Okay.
Okay. Better house, self-driving vehicle in the future, private schooling for our non-existent children. For context, I'm a lesbian. Aha. This
Okay.
person's name was a unisex name.
Sorry, we thought you were a dude, but
Well,
I'm sure
'cause
it
the
happens
name-
all the time.
The
Moving
name
on.
was unisex.
Okay, your name is unisex.
Yeah.
Really, really going for some harsh labeling there.
It is.
The name is unisex?
That's not the person's
hello,
name.
my name is unisex.
No.
What's
No.
their name?
I'm not going to say their name because this is a private DM.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just
You
saying.
control that stuff. Okay.
I saw the name and I was like,
First of all, the mom's got a
problem.
problem with the fact that you're a lesbian, not that you have no money. I mean, everybody can see that.
So for context, I'm a lesbian. For Thanksgiving, we're going out to eat and my stepfather is coming too. He's blue collar like me and I'm dreading the uncomfortable conversations that will occur with that cornucopia of weirdness in one room. She-Dragon, her 70-year-old rich boyfriend who's nearly deaf, and my blue-collar, overcompensating stepfather. How do I make it through the meal and not be the bad guy by being visibly annoyed, embarrassed, angry? Insert fast-talking compliments for Iliza here.
That's a tough one. I wonder, I think the mom thinks you're not good enough for the daughter. And the mom put all this, time and effort into the daughter. And she, look, by the way, you can be amazing. I'm just saying what it reads like.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I would say for the not making it weird, I think a warning goes a long way. I've always appreciated, if you tell the stepfather, like, look,
going
this
into
woman
it
is a bitch. She thinks she's better than us. I don't like her. Let's just be cool. Like, I would feel, I want that warning. Like, I get mad when somebody introduces me to someone and they don't tell me that person's a monster. You know what I mean?
What if you were like super vulnerable about it? Like
with this mother-in-law?
No, or like you're all sitting at the table. And by the way, I do want to say this. Take a step back and imagine for a second, what if the mom talks this way to everyone? And forget what I said for a second. Like, what if she's just kind of used to talking about trips and money and stuff like that and treats you the same? I'm just putting it out there. Treats you the same as she would anyone else. And it isn't, and you're insecure because you're obviously a little insecure about it. And you feel like she's rubbing your face in it. And really, like, that wasn't her intention. I would think about it that way just to kind of take the teeth out of it, because nobody wins if you guys get in a fight. And I wonder if there's a way to sort of look at it like, oh, she's just telling us. Those are her life experiences. And I think a lot of times when it is, poor versus rich, it's very easy for people who don't have money to look at someone and be like, wow, they're really rubbing it in my face. Whereas the other person's like, no, we just took a trip to Cancun and these are things that we did. And she's just talking about memories. If she truly is rubbing it in your face.
If she's lamenting that her daughter isn't getting enough good things with her wife.
If that is it. I mean, I don't know, because I'm not sitting there and there's always three sides to everything. There's your side, there's her side, and then there's what I'm saying. So.
No, because you're on her side.
Who?
You're always on the mother-in-law's side.
I'm always on the side of the lesbian.
No, you're always on the mean mother-in-law side. You're always like, well, if she's mean, but she's mean to everybody, it's okay.
I'm only for the good of unisex, I'm saying just try to, because it could be that way. Just because you perceive it to be doesn't mean it is that way. I think people are being horrible all the time and it turns out, oh no, they were just stupid. So for your own mental health, I'm saying there's that. But let's say she's a bitch, okay? Mm-hmm. What if you just said something? What if she says that, like, she's like, yeah, my daughter will never, let's say she says something as horrible. It's like, my daughter will never have that trip because you can't give it to her. Look her right in the eye and just be like, that makes me feel really bad. Like, what if you did that?
Yeah. Or why would you say something like that?
Why would you say that? That really hurts my feelings. I love other unisex so much. I love Amber so much.
I like the way you said it sounded like when a robot inserts an
Amber
name later.
Oystars. Oystars. I just wonder if and I get you're a tough lesbian. You don't have to do this. I'm just wondering in terms of like playing with her and like putting it on its ear, like being like, I really work hard to give her everything. I love her so much. And, we have each other. And also, where's your wife in all of this? She's just like, get her, mom. Get her.
Yeah. And then the deaf boyfriend of the mean mother-in-law.
Why don't you say that? Yeah. Be like, hey, Judy, why don't you focus on your deaf boyfriend? Leave me and Paul over here alone while we fix up cars. You can go sip champagne out of a snifter. I'm just saying a little bit of vulnerability because there could be a version where she doesn't realize like how awful it's being, or it's like, what's her objective? She says that and you're just like, that makes me feel really bad. Is that what you wanted? And she might be like, oh my God, it's not. She's probably looking out for her daughter and going about it in a wrong way. And there might be a time where you take her aside and be like, I just want you to know, like I'm going to work double shifts. I'm going to just do everything I can. Like, just letting her know. Maybe she doesn't know.
Maybe your daughter needs to bring some money to the table. Where's her inheritance?
Yeah, I thought she was rich.
Mother,
I'm just saying.
Take the money.
You come from the highest light. You keep your soul pure. And did you just make a face at my metaphysical observance? What is your problem? All right, you give her advice. Let's hear it.
I already said, look, tell stepdad, this lady sucks. We're going to get through this because I love my wife.
But that has nothing to do with what to say to the mom. Like, that's your pregame amp-up
This
talk,
is
which
about
as a
how do
lesbian,
we-
you should be great at. Locker room talk. Pull over stepdad and be like, listen, Greasy Joe, you're a blue-collar guy, I'm a blue-collar guy. Let's get in there and fuck some shit up. But what you say to him, that's not the same thing as how you handle it when you're in there, when you're in the ring. Go on.
I feel like having that ally, like you and your stepdad are both like,
yeah, for sure.
okay.
You could also do that. I'm just trying to get you to get to a real resolution versus just piling on like Gentile unspoken guilt. Let's do some role playing, okay?
Oh my.
You be unisex.
Okay.
I'll be the stepmom.
Hey, Barbara, thanks for inviting us for Thanksgiving.
I have so much money. And I've given my daughter so many things. And it's a shame that you two won't be able to take a trip anytime soon.
Yeah.
I have so much money.
Can't wait for you to be dead and I can have that money.
Sorry, I was drinking gold. What did you say?
Here's the problem.
I couldn't hear you over my health insurance. Tasty.
The way that I truly am just like, okay, like, and then I don't address it, which
You could do that. You could do the Emily head in the sand, like, okay. And then just see what she says. You know, I'm just saying you have to, Noah is always talking about like, what is your, what's the result that you want? Do you want to air it out? Do you want to just get through it? Do you want to stand up for yourself and your marriage? I don't know why I think you're married, or did you say married?
It's mother-in-law, so yeah, married.
Okay. You know, it sounds like there's a lot more there. It's one of two things. It's either she's got a problem with you or it has nothing to do with you and that's how she is. So you either need to squelch that problem or just take it with a grain of salt and be like, she's this way to everyone.
I do wonder, like, when this happened, when they see her and she's like, my daughter doesn't have the life she deserves. Like, what are this person and their wife's conversations like after? Like, does she say to her wife, like, God, your mom really doesn't approve of me and it sucks. And the wife's just like, well, she's rich. Like, how is that going?
I don't know. Because I also don't know the background. Like, I don't know what you guys have been through. We don't know enough. So I'm telling you, what's the desired outcome? Is it to eradicate the problem or is it to just get through it? So you have to move in that direction. And yeah, I scared you, Emily. Come from the highest light. Your intention is pure. You love her daughter. You're taking care of her. Hey, that really hurts my feelings. Like, I'm doing the best we can. Or you just ignore it and you just hork down whatever rich turkey she's provided.
Definitely someone else has made.
Turkey. People make their own birds.
Not this lady.
100%.
No.
Martha Stewart makes her own bird.
Martha Stewart's not a rude.
What?
Martha
She
Stewart's
went
a
to
nice
prison.
lady.
She went to prison.
She's a nice lady. A lot of nice people go to prison.
So finally, fall is here. I have been looking forward to it. I have had a hard year in a good way. You know, like I had a baby. I have been on a nonstop tour, nonstop traveling, and it's been hot. So I'm looking forward to, of course, pumpkin spice, everything, cooler weather, and slipping into a cozy sweater from Quince. I've talked about Quince before. Quince has beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Dressing expensive doesn't have to be expensive. Their clothing is beautiful, it's durable, it stands the test of time, and it's what I like to call a capsule wardrobe. I got an Italian wool cocoon coat. That's one of those, you know, it's got like a European collar and it covers my butt so I can walk around New York City and not be chilly. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. Get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Iliza for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Iliza to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Iliza.
Everybody sleeps, but no two people sleep alike. At Coop Sleep Goods, we celebrate the way you sleep differently. We believe everyone deserves a great night's sleep with their own pillow, and the adjustable, customizable Coop pillow makes it easy. Whether you're a side sleeper, back sleeper, or even a starfish, we've got the perfect pillow for you. Crafted with our innovative memory foam and microfiber fill, our hypoallergenic pillows adjust to you, not the other way around. Just tailor the fill for the perfect fit. Add some in, take some out, until your pillow's just right for you. See why luxury hotels and spas worldwide feature Coop Sleep Goods and why we have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. With our 100-night risk-free trial, you've got nothing to lose, except those sleepless nights. Get up to 50% off selected items during our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale when you visit coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy.
Hey, Eliza, Emily, and sweet baby Chino. This is for Thanksgiving.
Hey, it's me.
I've had to push my wedding date 3 times now, and fingers crossed for May 2021.
Yeah, you probably have it by then. Yeah, I think so. We're rescheduling tour dates for before that, so I think you'll be okay.
I've been lucky with vendors that have had the flexibility to accommodate it, but my family has been less than pleased, saying that we're buying into this quote unquote fake virus just because it's not as bad here as it is a few hours away in Miami or Orlando. However, my lovely cousin has announced they're doing an elopement for Thanksgiving, and the traditional Thanksgiving dinner is going to be their reception. Her idea of an elopement is telling everyone 2 weeks in advance and having some 100 plus people at her future in-laws farm.
At her funeral.
I kindly said we won't be attending.
Yeah.
Well, now my aunt is saying I'm not wanting to come because I'm jealous that I've been pushing my date back, acting like a martyr, not going to my cousin's wedding.
Your aunt is a bitch. Does your aunt have a rich daughter married to a unisex lesbian?
How's the best way to deal with this? I'm being blamed for killing Thanksgiving in her wedding now.
You got to stand strong on that.
Do not go to this death farm.
And you know what? Good news for you. You won't have to deal with any of these people because they'll be dead by the time your wedding comes around. Stick to your guns because your guns are rooted in science. They're science guns. And I would nip that shit in the bud with your aunt right away and be like, that is so beyond offensive and horrible. This is a virus that is killing. We have 150,000 new cases a day. It is incredibly, and please feel free to use the word myopic of you, Aunt Sue, to not consider other people's feelings. And you just make it, you talk to her like the fucking 4th grader that she is. Although a 4th grader, I'm sure, could comprehend what a virus is. It is unacceptable. And you have to say that or get your mom involved or someone else. And you know what I would do? I would talk to that cousin so the cousin sees that where your heart is. Be like, don't even entertain it. Don't ever bring it up that your aunt said that because that like breathes life into it.
Yeah.
Like we're not coming because it's just not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. If you were doing a 2-person wedding and you wanted to sit there, fine. But having 100 people to a farm, COVID farm, your aunt's a fucking bitch. And you're right to do all these things. And you got to have a come to Jesus with that aunt. And maybe throw some stats her way. Bring Dr. Fauci.
It just, you're not going to that thing. And it sucks to be called a martyr. And it sucks
Your
that
aunt's
they
an idiot.
think that they're ascribing this malintent to your actions, but you can't go. You're making the right choice.
Yeah. And again, but be nice enough to the aunt that she leaves you all of her shit in her will because she's dying from COVID. Kick it.
Lee Stevenson, 19. Every Thanksgiving, we have 2 pies, pumpkin, of course, and apple. Now each year I switch up what I have depending on my mood, but I never switch up on the utensil I use. For pie, I always eat it with a spoon.
It's a small shovel.
It's more comfortable, can still cut the pie with the edge like a fork, and I don't lose precious pastry droppings.
Okay.
Family says, nope, I said try it. It makes sense once you try it once. Thoughts? Thanks. Hi, Emily.
Does it matter if I have thoughts to that?
How do you feel about that?
I want to know why your family is even weighing in. How bored are they with you as a person that they're looking at your utensil like,
what is
gotta
that?
stop you there.
What are you doing?
So maybe get some card games or go some places, come back with some stories. But if I'm being honest, it does make more sense. But it's not because I don't want to lose precious scoopage. It's probably because a spoon is closer. There are serrated spoons that people use for melons. But I don't know if putting that in your mouth is safe. That is the perfect
spoon.
It's a serrated. And then there are also pie forks that are designed specifically for cutting. So, and you get a flat edge. So you can get, the spoon is weird because you're scooping into it. Quite frankly, I don't know why we don't pick up pie like a pizza slice. Pizza pie for a reason.
Because it falls out. Which we should do.
No, pumpkin shouldn't.
What we should do is what like England and stuff do. We need more hand pies.
Not have Thanksgiving.
More hand pies.
Do we? Because McDonald's has had that apple pie forever.
It's pretty good.
It's different formula now.
They have a pumpkin pie and they have a limited holiday pie.
Why does it have to be a hand pie? You're taking it on the go.
Because you're talking about, you say you want to pick up pie
I'm just saying
if it has edges, if it has all the way around.
Why do you have to pick it up though?
You're the one that said you wanted to pick it up instead of use a spoon.
I was just saying, toss out the utensils. I'm just giving you another option. I'm a creative person. Why not mash it up, put it in an IV bag, lay back, let the juices take over. Kick it.
On Team Mame You, am I a Scrooge for not getting hyped up about this holiday anymore? Backstory. I love the holiday, but I'm an air traffic controller, and we work every day regardless of holidays. I love my job, but by now I'm used to never having holidays
what about Tu
off.
B'Shvat, the Hebrew tree celebration? Okay.
Mostly because I make sure that my coworkers who have families with kids get those days off. And thankfully, my dog and pilot husband understand completely because my husband has a similar job and my dog is just grateful to spend time together.
Oh, is your husband ever like, are we clear to land? And you're like, no, you didn't do the dishes. You got to take a lap around Los Angeles.
People constantly
try to land in Ontario, fucker.
People constantly ask me what I'm doing, and I just tell them that I'm celebrating by getting paid to land the planes of all of the holiday travelers who missed their original flights due to getting lit the night before,
and now
like me,
are spreading COVID around the land.
And who subsequently show up with the last mashed up pumpkin or apple pie that the store had but couldn't sell, and fat-free eggnog because no one wants that.
This isn't a David Sedaris novel. Go on.
How do I get people to back off?
What?
Look, people are like, every holiday, they're like, what are you doing, air traffic controller? And she's like, I'm air traffic controlling. Like, oh, you're not going to spend Thanksgiving with your family?
I think it's just seriously like, we think it's really, I work so that other people can see their families.
Yeah. And
Done.
I bet you better make some good, like, time and a half.
But, okay. So pedantic. But, like, better make sure you clock it in. But also, like, who once you say that wouldn't be like, wow, that's really thoughtless of you.
Thoughtful.
Selfless.
Selfless.
Is what I meant to say.
That's what, yeah.
Good call. As it came out, I was like, is that what I meant to say? Just say that. Be like, we don't have any kids. If it's not a sore subject for you, we don't have any kids. So I work so that people can be with their families.
Yeah.
That's it. Anybody who needs explanation beyond that doesn't understand family or commitment. That's a very nice thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Putting
I like
yourself
that.
last.
Especially
so other people
because
can eat first.
You and your husband both have similar things, and then you can celebrate on another day.
Yeah, be like, we take Boxing Day very seriously in our American household.
Repex. So, how do you handle the holidays having no family or friends to celebrate it with? I mean, literally no one.
What happened? What's wrong with you?
No. Look, it's these holidays I'm spending with my cat.
I invited you.
I know you did.
To my house. And you don't have to work
invites,
or
but
anything.
I'm not.
Okay, cool. Fine.
But I think I'm going to stay home with Gracie. And
Uninvited.
And I can't talk about it because it's my top of the cup. But look.
Let me guess. Xbox with your friend George.
No. And we play PlayStation, but no. But we will probably play. But no, that's not.
I think it's very easy. I'm sure you have people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's easy to be like, I don't have anyone. Nobody wants me. And nobody's realizing like, hey, that you might want to come over for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Everybody always thinks everybody else kind of has life on lock.
Yeah.
And nobody ever realizes that you have, like, the Lord helps those who help themselves. Maybe reach out to that close friend and just be like, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And then they'll be like, we're having 2 friends over. And then you're like, oh, I'm not doing anything. They'll be like, do you want to come over?
Yeah.
They might think you have plans.
Yeah. Also, you know what you can do? Because I did this for several years. This was my tradition with a friend, but she moved away. You can go to a grocery store. We would go to like a Bristol Farms. You can get your own individual. Like I would get a little thing of stuffing, a little thing of this. We would each get our own little. Yeah,
this person's alone.
But I'm just saying, like, you don't have to have a bunch of people making a full turkey. You can just go get only the Thanksgiving things you like pre-made at a hot bar, at a grocery store, like a Whole Foods. You can just stay home, sleep in, eat some stuffing.
You know what? Treat it like a little mini vacay, and you don't even have to eat Thanksgiving stuff. You can get sushi. You can get pudding. You can get ice cream with sushi on it and pudding. You can do whatever you want. Treat it as, I don't know if you're a boy or is it a boy or girl? It's one of those unisex.
I don't know.
Okay. Take it as a self-care day. Maybe you wake up, you're going to watch a movie, you're going to give yourself a manicure, you're going to go for a run, you're going to read, you're going to watch some porn, you're going to go on Reddit and fuck shit up. It's just Thanksgiving. For years, here in LA, I would find myself alone. Sometimes I go on a vacation with friends or I would do something, but for a couple of years, I've been alone on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy to be like, oh, I'm alone on Christmas. And then I'm like, I'm Jewish. I don't care. I truly don't care. It
Right.
truly means nothing to me because I've never like woken up Christmas morning. Now we do stuff with my husband's family, but even that, I'm like, whatever you want to do. So don't take any pity on yourself. Everybody is alone sometime. It just happens to be on Thanksgiving, which really is a holiday about eating, and you definitely can do that by yourself.
Yes. Take it as an extra weekend.
Yeah, schedule an online class. Like, you got shit to do.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how quickly the time goes by.
Yeah.
You know, take a Xanax, eat some cranberry, pass out.
Mm.
Not gonna enjoy yourself. You don't have to talk to anyone. The phone's out. You can watch TV, get into a group chat, just start texting dicks. Just have fun with it. Go for a run. Get a dog. Get a dog.
Don't
to
get
show
a
the
dog if you're not
holiday
ready.
work.
No,
Get a dog to eat on
no.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
How do you know they're not ready?
You never give someone a gift, a pet as a gift. You never tell
They're
them
going to get their own dog.
If that's something they want. A dog is a lot of work.
I can't make them. This isn't like they're compelled to.
But I don't want somebody to think that like, oh, if I just get a dog, it's just like a friend. No, the dog needs love and support.
That's what a friend is. Sorry,
You
you
don't have to
any.
feed your friend.
Yeah, you do. I try to feed you all the time. I guess we're not friends.
Katrina Rose PDX, what's the dumbest thing you've seen on a Thanksgiving table, food dish or other? Have you ever seen anything appalling?
Okay. Again, I have Thanksgiving with the same people almost every year, but one year we did it in LA. I don't know why I couldn't go home for this year. And we all got really high. And we made a Thanksgiving centerpiece out of clay, but also used action figures. And what we'd envisioned.
Who had the action figures?
I don't know how we had all this stuff. And it was, the theme was high school. You know, some high schools like have a retractable floor that goes over the pool. Like in movies, you've seen this. I think in like Greece or something, they opened up the pool. Like, anyways, high school prom. The theme of the prom is Thanksgiving, and it's being held over a pool. That was the theme. And we made clay figures accordingly. And that was a really weird centerpiece.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? Like cupcakes? Fucking weird. It is always weird when people like are like, this is the dish that I make. And it's like a caprese salad. And you're like, this doesn't go.
Wait,
Jody.
there's a subreddit that's called like stupid food or something. And there was one where they said in a potluck. Well, there's a few, I don't remember which one it is. I think this was on stupid food. And there was a potluck and there was a tray with lettuce, okay? Lettuce filling a tray and then tortillas wrapped around pretzel rods and something else.
Cheese.
Cut up and then placed on a bed of lettuce. No one ate any. No one admitted to bringing it. No one knows what happened.
Pretzel rod wrapped in a tortilla and there's something
on
else
a bed of lettuce.
And they were able to cut the pretzel rods?
Nobody knows. Nobody touched it. It came cut and there was like maybe like chocolate or something in there, but it was on a bed of lettuce.
The bed of lettuce is upsetting.
That's the weird part. But they were like, nobody admitted to making it. We don't know where it came from. It just suddenly was on the potluck table.
God, that sucks when somebody like, it sucks that they put in work and brought that.
It's what work are you even like? Yeah, you're right. Because like cutting up the pretzel rods, that's not easy.
You know what nobody wants anymore? And you eat them when you're drunk kind of at the end of the night, but you know you're not loving them. Remember, you know those soft cookies that you can buy at the grocery store? They're always in the bakery section. Like they're soft. Like the dough is soft. The icing is soft.
Oh, with the thick icing.
Yes.
Like the sugar. Yeah, where you're like, this isn't great, but I'm going to eat
Those were the
6.
jam like 10 years ago when they first came out. And they come and they only, because it used to be like they come in vanilla. And now they have every holiday, every flavor. But the truth is, oh, you have a picture of it. Oh, that's terrible.
Pretzel sticks, Nutella.
Oh, it's several. It looks like a bundle of sticks.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what's so insane.
That's horrible. And it's like a
Nobody
spinach
ate
tortilla.
it, and we never found out who left it.
Oh my God, that's so horrible.
Okay,
I was just saying about the soft baked cookies. They always come in the plastic thing.
Yeah.
They never look nice. You always know they came from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks like when you do a potluck and you like make something real and then someone's like, here's some soft cookies. You're like, you didn't do this.
Yeah.
You got to show up.
Show
You had a
up.
better answer than me. Mine was just about a weird centerpiece.
Mine was not one from Thanksgiving. It was just a weird food I saw.
That's so upsetting. It's several pretzel sticks.
It's so many pretzel sticks. And the pretzel sticks are very clearly have been like sliced cleanly.
Like with a machete.
Yes.
Yeah, like a device.
Wait, did you see Britney Spears' post of her on the I think she's on like a private plane. She's like, hey guys, it's not even a video. It's just a caption. I'm just working on me. And then
I saw it.
Did you see the food?
Yep.
It was broccoli and blueberries.
She had carved up
cucumber.
No, it was also like radishes. Like
carved
she had
up
done
radishes.
I think her chef did it and she just laid them out. Or she did it.
Broccoli and a blueberry, a piece of broccoli, a blueberry on a thing together. And I was like, what?
Hey guys, this is the height of Howard Hughes weirdness. I'm on a private jet with my hot boyfriend carving up fruit, just working on me. I don't need a conservatorship. Kick it!
Okay, we have a family update and some questions.
Wait, can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like a turkey?
It does. It's good. It's good. Okay. So we're going to get into Thanksgiving because Dax is a name. Said, Iliza, what's the true meaning of Thanksgiving? But then also...
It's actually, it's kickapoo for who the fuck is that?
But then also Draw Drops sent our Thanksgiving question into our family chat. And they want to know, all the Italians want to know, what the heck is Thanksgiving? Why is it celebrated? Why do you eat turkey in a witch hat?
Okay, it's not a witch hat.
It's a pilgrim hat.
It's a pilgrim hat. Obviously, there's a buckle on it, which is also the same thing as a witch hat. Witch hat is pointy. Pilgrim hat is flat on the top. Everybody knows this.
Well, and then there's a holiday over there called Befana stockings instead of Christmas stockings. And then the little guy leaves like onions or coal or something.
Oh, let's not go into different countries and their interpretation of what Christmas is because it can get very racist and very weird.
Scary. But
hold on. Do you know that in like, is it Sweden or the Netherlands, they have Schwarze Piet, which is like kind of like a black holiday figure?
I feel like I've seen.
I don't know if it's Germany because Schwarz is like Schwartz, which is black, but it's definitely someone in blackface.
Oh, yeah.
And over there, they're like, this is not a problem. We don't have slavery.
Right.
American racism is its own brand of racism, but like, don't be fooled. It definitely thrives elsewhere in the world.
Right. Well,
they don't have they're like, no one here is black. Schwarze Piet. What is a problem?
So now the family, instead of putting coal in the stockings, they're like, watch out. He's going to put some Kashi Goli and Crunch in your stockings. You little creeps.
That's funny.
So Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not, you've talked about this because you've talked about how it's like kind of just for everybody to eat, but that's gross. Look, but that really is what Thanksgiving is.
Like almost everything in this world, it was born out of something horrible that happened to a group of people, and now it's been watered down to something you can sell product for. Okay. Yeah. Everybody, I mean, I guess if you're not from here and you're listening, Thanksgiving is the story. The Americanized version is the story of the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock. And they were setting up colonies.
And that rock is dirty and gross if you go see it.
It's nature. A lot of people kissing it. Probably displacing hundreds of millions of Native Americans, giving them our diseases, that's not my family, bringing over Western diseases, eradicating an entire population in order to make way for what would become the colonies and America subsequently. I think the first Thanksgiving was actually in Florida, and I think they actually ate like lobsters, which, don't get it twisted, were like definitely food they gave to prisoners in the original colonies. Like it wasn't like a gourmet thing.
Yeah.
I do think it took place in Florida. But aside from the genocide and the exploitation and all the stuff that, there's always that one relative in combat boots like, did you know what we did to the Native Americans? It's become a holiday about being thankful for what you have. If you can just remove the genocide, that's what it is. Being thankful for what's around you, giving thanks, which really you should be doing every day. And that's pretty much kind of what every holiday is. But specifically being thankful, and it's evolved into a day where you watch football, eat a lot, and then pass out.
And then go fight people for a TV.
Yep. Exactly at the stroke of midnight. So the idea is that's sort of like preparing you for Christmas. It's the same dinner. That's what it is. It's a time to be together. And especially if you don't celebrate Christmas, like this is your holiday.
Yeah.
Like our family, we're not Christian. So Thanksgiving's the one where we see each other. Mm-hmm. And then like random weekends when I play Texas.
Okay, I'm going to read you 4 questions in a row from 4 different people, but they're all we got the most questions about, okay? Dirty Dawes says, cranberry sauce, canned or homemade? That one Wookie says, cranberry sauce, canned or homemade? Foster Paws Seabus says, homemade cranberry sauce or canned with lines and all? And Jess Brasher says, I have so many questions about the cranberry sauce that comes out shaped like the can. So many.
It's so good, though. Sometimes processed is best. I wouldn't sneeze it either. Somebody was talking the other day about cranberry sauce with no nuts for sure. Those are devil teeth and they don't belong in there at all. A homemade cranberry sauce is always tasto. I couldn't care less either way. It's like the whole like pizza, ham, pineapple on pizza, fight me. Like as long as there's some tart accompaniment, the idea of the cranberry sauce, I'm sure symbolically it's like the blood of something, but the cranberry is to cut, I believe, the fat. Like it's something tart that cuts the butteriness and the fat of everything else on the plate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a plate of like dense, thick, salty fat. So the cranberry is there. It's tart, cuts right through it. Take it how you can get it. I do like eating a slice though. Although as an adult, that's kind of hard to eat. Like a thick slice. So mixing it up with some mandarin oranges is always tasty. Did I make that up? Someone's got to do that. A little bit of whipped cream, turkey, stuffing, gravy, corn. We don't have much.
Taylor Original 28. I have 4 different Thanksgivings to go to. How do you decide what family members to visit? We tried splitting the day with my boyfriend's family and mine since the celebrations were close, but we got the timing wrong and ended up missing one. Now, this is a little different. We answered someone last week who her and her boyfriend just each go to their own.
Look.
If you're cool with that, just split up. Tag team.
Look, listen to me. It's always the girl asking this. Notice it's never a boyfriend like, what do I do?
How do I see my family and my girlfriend's family?
Look. He's your boyfriend. He's not your husband. He's not your fiance. I don't know how long you've been dating. Would it kill you to spend 4 hours apart? Like, are you engaged with this family at all? Like, split apart so you can each go to your own thing. That's all the family really cares about is seeing their blood relative. I think about all the Thanksgiving where it's like, oh, your girlfriend's coming? Great. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So give it a rest. And if you really need to be bound at the hip, and go to like whatever, then cut it in half and do some math. Like if a train leaves my aunt's house at this time and arrives at the other house an hour away.
Yeah.
Thanksgivings are like 4 p.m. The actual eating takes about an hour or less. So maybe you go for snacks or go for dessert to the other one's house. But my suggestion is split up and just be with your families.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about seeing your boyfriend. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
If they do, then you failed as a relative.
J Golden 1. I think we need a definitive ranking of the best side dishes. Now, I think this ties into MLAT92 saying first thing to go on your plate. By the way, I love you. So, okay, what is number one best Thanksgiving food?
Well, first thing that goes on my plate is whatever's on the buffet first.
Okay, what's
turkey? You got to, and I like a dry piece of white turkey. Okay. I do. I like it dry.
Okay, what's your favorite though? Favorite Thanksgiving food?
I don't know.
Top.
You guys are so into Thanksgiving, and I kind of it's like whatever. I guess if we ever have let's say it's a full butter Thanksgiving, not a kosher one, which is still really tasty. I always like the sweet potatoes, but I'm the person that just scrapes off the marshmallow on the top.
To eat just the marshmallow or to eat just the sweet potato?
I really like the marshmallow.
Okay.
I like the marshmallow. Cornbread will take up stomach room. So I get a nice lean piece of white turkey. I don't know. What else is there?
Best stuffing. Second best, mashed potatoes.
I don't eat these things.
Third best, don't eat anything else. Just stuffing, mashed potatoes. Half and half, nothing else.
I didn't eat stuffing until about 2 years ago. Or gravy.
Gravy's
I just don't have these comforting memories of food the way a lot of people do.
Turkey sucks.
Turkey's never great. You need to smoke your turkey or fry your turkey. Other than that, you just need a lot of salt. I love turkey. I love the cranberry sauce. I'm keep thinking of cream spinach. I feel like that's always
what I feel like the cream spinach, like artichoke thing is what my grandma made.
And if you get macaroni and cheese, you're just going to load up on it.
You know what? Here's the thing about macaroni and cheese. I don't think I've ever had truly transcendent macaroni and cheese. Like you get it and it's fine, but I'm never like, yes,
because you don't let Noah feed you ever. I'm sorry. Also, here's the truth. I don't really get a pleasure out of eating. I should be a lot thinner. I don't get a pleasure out of eating the way a lot of people do. Like people take this very seriously. So I take this as the holiday to be like, okay, I'll have like a Pillsbury crescent roll. Like I just don't tend to eat a lot of crap. So this is my chance to have like the top of macaroni and cheese, the
worst part.
Oh God, taster. The buttery part of something, like just a little indulgent. I don't like the way I feel after. I don't like feeling full, like that full or gross. It's one thing if you eat like Mexican food, that's different. But yeah, I guess I take it as a time to like nibble on everything. And the objective is not to feel gross after. Got to have a sparkling water.
Gross.
Wash it down with a Pellegrino. Those bubbles will do you right.
Now, See Me, I'm BB says, my aunt brought a key lime pie to Thanksgiving last year. She'd never done that before. It was a good key lime pie, but I thought it was strange for Thanksgiving dessert flavor-wise. What's your take? Now, that's your dream.
I fucking love key lime pie.
Yeah.
We're going to get into my bottom of the cup with these pies. You know, if you did your Thanksgiving right, you're too full. And it is that thing, too. Like, you're waiting around. You're like, well, I'm bored. I guess we may as well eat pie. I don't know. I always think a fun dessert. I mean, by the way, it's not like you're taking a bite of turkey, a bite of key lime pie. Like you've digested, you're done. It's not a fall thing, I guess, unless you live in the Florida Keys. But it's got graham cracker crust, and graham is very autumnal. So kudos to her because that's so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, but yeah, it's weird. I guess it's like you should eat the things you don't normally eat. I don't know.
Amanda N. Cantrell. This year will be the first time my boyfriend and I are celebrating the holidays, just the two of us instead of at our family's homes.
Yeah.
He doesn't care for all the hoopla this time of year, and I've had my fair share of negative experiences that make the holiday season sad and heavy for me. But it's important to me that I still make each holiday feel special somehow. What are some non-cliche things we could do on Thanksgiving and Christmas that could become fun new traditions for us? Much love to you and the Snow Peach. Now, also... somebody asked, Daphne Reed Love said, what's a good way to make a solo Thanksgiving special? I usually don't go home with COVID. I'm not going to risk a friend's giving, especially the new spike. So we have people that are now solo or in pairs. It's not family. Is there anything new they could be doing?
Okay, this is a group thing, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but like I know in Dallas they do like a turkey trot, and like all the like thin dads, you know how there are dads that like run? They would do it in the morning. So that is like you run a 1K or 2K or something, and then you go eat. You could go for a run, you and your boyfriend, or alone could do like a Thanksgiving turkey hike. You could do a Thanksgiving workout. I bet you there are so many workout plans that are doing like pre-Thanksgiving, burn your calories. If you're not into working out, there aren't a ton of Thanksgiving movies.
Best one, say at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Home
Turkey
for the
time.
holidays.
Oh, Home for the Holidays.
It's
Sorry.
an incredible movie. It's so good.
It is such an unsung hero. Emily and I agree with this.
It really is.
Holly Hunter, a young Dylan McDermott, and a young Robert Downey Jr. Oh my God. Watch Home for the Holidays. Is it Anne Bancroft or is it Ellen Burstyn?
I think it's Anne Bancroft.
Okay. It's a great movie. It's one of those coming home to your childhood home, like reverting back to whatever. Claire Danes is in it.
As her daughter, who's like, I gotta have sex, Mom. And she's like, she's sick.
Don't give it away. It's great.
It's so good.
And it's got a happy ending.
That's what you started. Like, that's a tradition. I love that movie because I always watched it with my mom at Thanksgiving. Like, you and your boyfriend or you alone, like, find a movie, a holiday movie, watch it.
Find a movie, make something together. If you're alone, you can still make, like, a Thanksgiving muffin or something the next day. Something that I was going to do, we only recently decided that our family shouldn't come for Thanksgiving. And the numbers mounted up, and I was like, we want to be on the side of science. Yeah. And Noah was going to order a wreath for the door from this farm stand at the farmer's market called Pork and Flowers. And I guess, you know, they have pork and flowers. But the wreath would have bits of pork. No, the wreath is just these beautiful wreaths that they make. And I bought one year. I'm not a wreath person. And they were out last week, and I was like, take me to this craft store. I'm going to make my own fall wreath. I don't really want to anymore because my family's not coming. But think of Thanksgiving as the gateway to Christmas, and you could start wrapping your Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah.
You could start doing your shopping.
Or Hanukkah.
You could start making, your homemade gifts. Like, you can get all the stuff and just watch movies and craft.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
And take a Xanax.
That sounds nice.
Jingle, jangle.
I'll give you one more.
I also don't know if they're doing the Thanksgiving Day parade this year. But if they are, it's my favorite thing to watch. And even better, and I hope they're doing it this year, is the Kennel Club, the dog show after.
Oh, yeah.
The Working Dog, the Dancing Do, the Coconut Solution CEO. That's my dog. The Beluga-headed Chinese Rescue.
C_heart322, rankings on different kinds of pie, sweet potato, apple, pumpkin, insert other options here. Or is pie the devil and shouldn't be consumed?
What?
Pie's great. Eat pie.
Great.
Now,
eat pie, live your life.
Are you a pumpkin or a pecan?
Here's a question. Both. Also, why are there no pear pies? Why is it a galette? Pear is an autumnal fruit. We have a bunch sitting in the
Is
kitchen
it
right now.
too much? Like if I ate, like if you ate that much pear, would it be too much pear?
I don't think so. I think people just don't think about it, much like they don't think about mango pie or nectarine pie, whereas a peach has the same consistency. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. These are autumnal flavors. We eat these. I don't know that I must have had sweet potato pie at some point. It's kind of a Southern thing.
I have no interest.
Noah was going to make a buttermilk pie for the Kevin Bledsoe cookbook. You're not coming, so it doesn't matter. Apple pie takedown. Pecan pie is tasty, but it's so sweet. It's cloyingly sweet.
It goes pumpkin,
Okay.
pecan,
Sure.
apple.
Yeah. And then a crumble of sort, like a berry crumble.
Oh, berry crumble goes pumpkin, pecan and berry crumble tied, apple. Apple's
part?
just like you can just get apple whenever.
And when we say crumble, we mean cobbler, which brings us to
there you go.
the most seamless transition ever. It's Top of the Cob Thanksgiving edition.
It's the top of the
Don't play the song, Scott. You watched me do that. That was so weird.
It started out like da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like it wasn't the theme.
Okay, let me try it again. Well, I'm not pitch perfect. Ready?
There we go.
I was really shaking my neck and that really hurt.
Are you okay? Okay.
Speaking of cobs, and this goes back to some of the questions you guys were saying earlier. My top of the cob is that in my family, the snacks, the pre-Thanksgiving snacks are A+.
Ooh.
Clutch. We call them Olafashidens. And
What are we talking?
we're talking, and I've talked about this before. That's how sad this is. A homemade potato crisp, like those really fancy chips, and you buy like 15 of them and they come in a thing. With like creme fraiche and caviar. They did that one year. An assortment of olives, nuts, all kinds of cheeses out with like fancy knives, a dip, lots of little snackos, bowl of jelly beans, really fill you up.
That's the saddest part of solo Thanksgiving, like not going home to my family is like for Christmas. That is like you don't set up a charcuterie for one or two.
We don't
you
do
know?
charcuterie, but yeah.
but like
yes.
a little spread like
And
that.
by the way, you're going to go charcuterie. You can't just buy one of those packs at the grocery store where you like pull the plastic back and it's like little Smokies, fake salami, cheddar blocks.
But I mean, like you get like a good cheese, you get a cracker, you get
good cheese, good crackers, delicious chips.
Mm-hmm.
And load up on that brie, like a baked brie. My cousin's fiance does like this Greek, like feta with honey and pistachios. It's outstanding. So Olafashidens, little sniggity snacks before the meal. That's my
Yeah.
top of the cup.
That's
Load
a
up.
good one.
Yeah. Less calories if it's before the dinner. So load up.
My top of the cob is that on Thanksgiving and for the days preceding and following, my friend is going to Thanksgiving, driving to a family house. I will be taking care of her new cat, who is much nicer than my cat. And he's a purebred rescue. And I'm going to go
There's
over.
no such thing as a purebred rescue.
He's a purebred that she adopted from an idiot. And I'm going to go be with him. And we haven't met yet. We're going to meet soon so that he'll be comfortable. But he's like one of those dog cats that just wants to be with you.
You're like, I'm getting a makeover. And
I'm going to go. I'm going
a
to
dog
see
cat.
him.
I love that.
Yeah. So that'll be a nice like Thanksgiving treat.
My bottom of the cob is when people put out whipped cream for pie instead of icing.
What do you mean icing?
I'm sorry. I meant to say ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Instead of birthday icing, you're making a cake pie.
Oh, but Cool Whip is so good.
It's not. You want the ice cream. You want a hot pie with ice cream. And it comes up short. You're like, all right, they only have whipped cream. It doesn't do the same thing. It doesn't cut the pie. It's just kind of like creamy. And you keep wanting it to be cold in each bite. You're like, your brain is searching. You're like, it's creamy. It's dairy. It's not cold. It just really messes with your wiring.
Well, how do you feel about apple pie, slice of cheddar cheese on there?
People love it. I get why they love it. I've never had it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it as long as I didn't have to give up that much stomach room.
Right. It takes it up. My bottom is turkey. Turkey's dumb. Let's this year, now that we're all doing something weird, come up with a new, better centerpiece for Thanksgiving. I'm sick of it. I'm not interested in ham. Is there meat we haven't heard of? Come up with something new. Tell me about it.
Like a sustainable cut of elk.
Yeah, there's a real good fit? What can I do with a salmon for Thanksgiving?
That's so
fun?
gross. It's
I
not
want
fun.
something
Do you?
fun.
All right, Veruca.
The thought of salmon stuffing and mashed potatoes. What a day that would be for me.
That's just a regular dinner. Just a regular nice dinner.
Well, so we got to figure out how to make salmon a fun Thanksgiving treat.
Will feel so it will feel so dystopian because this is when we do the thing.
Where we all, right.
What happens to tradition? What happens to the fabric of American morals?
You know what would make turkey better? If
it were chicken.
If it were turkey fingers.
Ew,
turkey
Emily.
nuggets. Give me a turkey nugget.
Yes, my dad.
And then you could dip the turkey nuggets in
Why don't
the
you
mashed
just go to
potatoes
KFC and spare us? What's the point of having any tradition if you don't have to suffer through it?
I'm saying, look, this is a weird year. Can we top turkey? Let's work on it. All of us together.
The problem is the turkey population has to be culled. Otherwise, they will take over and form a government.
Is that why we do this?
Yeah. You guys, it's the day before Thanksgiving in 2020, right?
Or you're listening to this in 10 years. And
Totally.
the earth is gone.
You're listening to it out of season. We're all dead. China has taken over. Look, happy Thanksgiving. Try to savor the moment. You are with some loved ones. Even if you're by yourself, take this time to just sort of relax and recharge. Tell your bitch mother-in-law to step off. But remember, we're all very lucky to be here given the circumstances. So try to get through it and just take a deep breath.
If you're in a different country and you don't celebrate it, guess what? Your work probably won't have that much work for you to do.
If you're in a different country and don't celebrate it, you're probably COVID-free and enjoying your life. So screw you. I'll be here in the bunker. We'll see you guys next time on...